recommend it.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but I mean, it sounds terrible from everything I've heard about it.
Yeah, nah, that's what the Spanish call no bueno. But yeah, I mean, English, like translating, interpreting jobs, those are fun. For me personally, like him, he works for a real estate agency. There's plenty of foreigner-based real estate agencies in Japan. Now, you take in mind, you got to be pretty fluent because you're going to be dealing with Japanese contract holders a lot of the time that are wanting to sell for these.
If you're thinking of going in real estate, seriously, look at the Japanese mankyo for real estate, like the test. There's a test for that, and see how that works. I myself actually haven't passed it yet because it is ridiculously
You remember
hard.
Shinka, the Chinese chick that got me the place in Gusanani? We drank with her a couple times. She was
Oh
really hot.
yeah.
Spoke Korean, Japanese, English.
Yeah.
God damn, she was hot. You know, she's a mom now. MILF action.
I did not know that.
Yep, she married her boyfriend after 3 months. She's,
Good stuff.
Yep.
Good
But
times.
to be fair, he's rich and handsome.
Well, there you
It
go.
works. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, she was having trouble passing that test, and so, that's it's really hard. But anyway, I mean, guys, once you have somewhat of an idea, it's easy. I mean, it's just literally just going through. I had another guy who I'll interview eventually, who actually saw my channel. I made friends with this guy, who, when I went to motorcycle school, and just like you, speaks extremely fluent Japanese, doesn't want to speak English, and he's from I think North Carolina or something, but he works for JCOM.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and he told me all these rules, like when you email people at your company, when it's a big email, you have to put your boss, the highest boss, second highest boss, third. You actually have to put them in rank.
Of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know that.
You didn't know that?
I mean, like, you don't have to ever. Well, I mean, I did that just because everyone else was doing that when I was at my company, but I didn't know that was a rule.
Yeah, and also when you write it down, dear, 何々.
Yeah.
You put it down in rank as well there too.
Yeah, shit. I just did it like that because I thought it would be like, because I just saw everyone else doing it. I didn't know that was like a rule.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Luckily, I never got in trouble for that. But anyway, let's go on to.
Anyways, next. Okay,
what is it? The black hair is so much better on you. Oh, thanks, guys.
That's not a question.
I think if you are very, very good at Japanese, JLPT N1 or 2 will get you jobs easily. Question. Did you find your job through an agency or the job placement magazines you find everywhere in Japan? And what qualifications did you have degrees? Okay, well, we already answered all that other shit. So what qualifications did you have?
Went to a Japanese university, as I said, which has nothing to do with my job, actually. My major.
Yeah, what was your degree in?
History. Specifically, the
You do like
Heian
history,
Jidai.
Yeah.
The Heian period.
The Heian period. Hell yeah.
So, and then qualifications.
I speak Japanese,
I speak
bitch.
Japanese, and I'm very
American.
good at talking with people. And I mean,
I am American and I speak English.
No, actually, at this point, where I am now, my resume speaks for me, really. I mean, I have about 2 years of... Oh my god, I heard that.
I know.
I have
Snap
about 2
crackle
years
pop,
of sales and marketing experience, about 2 years of translation interpretation work, and about 2 years of seikyaku.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Seikyaku.
Seikyaku.
Customer service.
Seikyaku. Like, it's not Seikyu. For some reason,
Seikyaku.
yeah, Seikyaku. Yeah. Customer service.
So I get those aren't really qualifications per se, but they are work.
But it's experience.
It's experience, and it's
just
directly
as good as
related to
qualifications.
my job. So I mean,
Yeah, guys, like credentials, I see for the most part, they're what you need to get your foot in the door when you don't got friends to help you out, kind of. And like Andrew's first job sucks, but at least it gave him the experience to go to the headhunter and be like, well, I don't have any fucking extra credentials besides my degree, but I have all this extra experience from the shitty fucking job that I'm not telling you is shitty, and I'm just saying I work that, and you can call them, and they, even though they hate me, they can't talk shit, because if they're going to talk shit about me, that just makes them look bad, not me. So, yeah, that's another rule of thumb. People don't talk shit in Japan, so don't worry about that.
Never.
Anyway, yeah, thanks. Next. Were there any key moments where you felt like you realized you were clicking or maybe heading out of Eikaiwa work worlds?
Well, I
to be
never
fair-
worked
yeah.
in an Eikaiwa.
You didn't work that long. The only time you ever worked in English teaching was to get a visa.
One time.
You worked for Interact twice.
Did I?
Yeah, when you were
Shit,
in Yokohama,
Twice.
and then when you first moved to Tokyo.
Oh yeah, twice. That's right. Felt like you were clicking. I don't understand.
I think they mean like, when did you feel like, well, guys, he never liked English teaching, so
I always hated
he
it.
always had that click of like, I got to get the fuck out of here. So
I've always had that drive because I mean, again, as I said earlier, I hate speaking English to Japanese people. So speaking English to Japanese people for a job was my idea of hell. So every day was hell. You know, Office Space. Every day you see me is the worst day of my life.
that's some heavy stuff right
That's
there.
some heavy stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
I
mean, yeah, well, let's see what we can do about that. Okay, so yeah, that was the thing. Okay, so what type of job does your friend do for a Japanese company? Well, we just explained that, so there we go.
What's good, y'all?
What's good, y'all? I'd like to know how he transitioned. Hit me back, yo.
Transitioned
From English teaching to
Oh,
there. Well, we
okay.
already talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
You got hooked up with a friend and they got you your first job. But let's say if you didn't get hooked up by that friend, how you would have just gone to even if you went to a headhunter and you didn't have experience, what do you think you would have done then? Just keep applying and just try to find an
I would have just
entry-level
kept applying. Yeah, I mean, I really was driven to get out of English teaching, so just, you know, I mean, do whatever it takes, really.
So here's another one. Hi, I live in Switzerland. Well, good on you. Do you guys really have AK-47s in your fucking basements? I heard everyone has one that has a house.
Damn.
Because they gotta fight, you know, the
Polar
power or
bears?
something. Polar bears.
Uh,
Jewish polar bears. Anyway, between France, Italy, and yeah, we know where the fuck it is. Douchebag with your banks and your good skiing. Studied business administration. My studies were in English. Can I, as a Swiss citizen, teach English in Japan? Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
I imagine so,
if you're an
right?
EU citizen from not the shitty countries, then I'm doubting. I don't doubt that you. I mean, it's gonna be hard, but I mean, if you use that extra shit, you'll be able to find something. Definitely.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Let's go to the next one.
Next.
I live in Japan, and I'm about
Yay.
to take the N2 test for the JLBT. Good on you, buddy. I just took it again too. Where exactly can you recommend I look for a job outside of English teaching? Specific job websites, for example, or do you recommend a recruiting company?
Recruiting company.
If neither of those, how did you get your job and where? Okay, well,
I
yeah,
think we sort of
recruiting-
answered all that.
Yeah, recruiting company, but also, I mean, if there's some websites that you want to look for, or specifically for English, Japanese related, DaiJob, DAIJob.com or whatever, that's a really good one. Also,
There's
just-
also,
just-
I mean, just look up,
look, is it bullshit?
Shigoto Kensaku probably.
Yeah, Shigoto Kensaku, you know, or some shit, just anything, like, you know, I usually, since I wanted to kind of browse what jobs are available, I used to go to Hello Work, which is,
Hello
the
Work.
job
it's,
place.
it's run by, it's sort of like run by the government or something.
Yeah, it's like a recruitment
It's really,
placed by the government,
it's,
but,
if you can find a job through Hello Work, more power to you, I'll tell you that.
that place is cool because if you get an interview, you pretty much are guaranteed a job. But at the same time, a lot of people turn down people from jobs there, or at least they turn down me a lot of the time. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like he said, if I search, when I wanted to browse, I just typed in Shigoto Kensaku Tokyo to, you know, like, or Tokyo Nijusanku. So that way I could find what jobs are available in Tokyo, and then you could just break it down like that. Like I broke down like how to get this house, for example. I broke it down by the area, how far from the station, how much I wanted to pay, what kind of rooms I wanted. You know, I was very specific, but I started with the area, right? So as long as you have broad strokes, you can find the details from there. So it's like, you know, where do you want to work? How much money do you want to make? What schedule do you want to work? And like you can just go from there. It's awesome.
So, going on that though, I think the best thing to do is not search in English.
Yeah, no, Japanese.
Search in Japanese.
Japanese,
And
motherfucker.
then, yeah. So I think that would be the best advice on that would be if you're going to search for a job, search for it in Japanese, and you'll definitely, I mean, and you'll probably find a lot more.
Yeah.
Shall we move on then?
Next. What did you have to do? I'm sure you speak Japanese. Where did you go? Yeah, we already answered that. Were you in Japan? Where did you find a job? Or did you find it on gaijinpod.com? We already answered that. I like you. And I want you.
That's funny.
People call you Chris Hansen. I call you Chris Hansen.
I call you Chris Handsome.
Now, I don't got no milk and cookies. I came here for some man butts.
Next.
Well, you're not going anywhere with anyone. Oh no! I'm gonna get that pussy, Chris. I'm a warrior.
I'm a warrior, Chris.
I am the stone that the builder refused. The individual.
Oh, that's not a question. Next.
That's great. TkyoSam, the man. Hell yeah, buddy.
The question.
Yep. John Mail. Yo, hopefully I'm not too late to ask this question. Andrew, what degree, major, credentials do you have? Already answered that. Also, did you have to play a big part of influencing your acquiring of the position? Nope. No, we already answered that. You are a very sexy man indeed. Peace.
Thank you.
You're a sexy man. You are very sexy in the fitness department.
I'm a sexy man.
Do you have your own channel or Facebook page?
Nope.
Nah, he's not. Actually, if you look up Kinetic, like KINECTIC, or just like Let's Play White Guy in Japan, Kyushu or something, he's on a couple of his videos, but Andrew's been on a couple of my videos. If you just look on TkyoSam 2, you'll find a couple, but you do not have your own YouTube channel.
Way too much work.
Yep. And yeah, okay. Next. I like this question. What are the testicle requirements for working at a Japanese company? Do you have to have both? No.
Yes.
No, 3. 3
you
is the bare
have
minimum.
all your balls.
If you get 5, you automatically get 5 bonuses. One bonus per ball. That's the rule. That's why women don't make money in Japan. Okay. Next. Despite being integrated into Japan to the extent that you are, living in Japan and working at a Japanese company, do you still feel as though you have been accepted into the Japanese culture, or do you feel like there will always be an obvious sense that you are an outsider? If so, is that something you thrive off of, or is it something you find that you just have to put up with? I guess these questions can apply to Sam too. Thanks, man. You go do your thing first, and then I'll spot you, bro.
Okay.
I'll spot you. Crush some push.
Living in Japan, you're never going to be accepted. You're always going to be a foreigner.
True.
That's the realization.
But it's not a bad thing.
I mean,
it's not 100% bad.
There's good and bad about everything, and I mean, it's just.
I mean, Hitler was a vegetarian.
Okay, he also liked dogs or something, right? Too.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that was kind of good. Doesn't justify the whole thing. Anyway.
But again, it just depends on how willing are you to accept that. I mean, if you can get past it, then you're always going to be a foreigner. I mean, that's the word for I mean, the word for anyone non-Japanese is gaikokujin.
Outside
literally,
country person.
Yes, literally outside country person. And even people, for instance, zainichi kankokujin. People
like Korean Japanese.
Yeah. They're still, even though they're born here, they could be third generation. They're still not Japanese. They're still put into a separate subcategory as non-Japanese.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that.
あなたの電話に